We are here to present Dead Fest to everyone, which is our 5-day fan festival in honor of the momentous Grateful Dead concert that is coming to Chicago 4th of July weekend. Very quick overview. So we know that there are a ton of fans of the Grateful Dead traveling to Chicago for that weekend. Not all of them are going to have the luxury of paying $3,000 to $5,000 to get in the door of the concert. And so we are looking to provide a fan festival experience that will give them a true Grateful Dead, once-in-a-lifetime commemorative weekend without actually going to the concert. We think that this will be a really good avenue for local Chicago businesses to be engaged, to drive some economic impact to the city, and also attract corporate sponsors from companies like REI or Whole Foods, Smart Water, Prius, looking to do this in conjunction with the Grateful Dead Foundation that they own and operate, whose mission is focused on the arts, a healthy green environment, and also celebrating individuality, which we think is really fun mission to work around. So we're kind of thinking some different entry points for this event, one being, and kind of the cornerstone of it being, a huge campground along the lakefront, potentially kind of behind, what was Hutchinson Field, did we call it? Hutchinson Field, over by the museum campus there, since the concert's at Soldier Field. So kind of developing along that lakefront, this huge campground. You can buy a GA pass just to kind of walk through. You can be a part of the campground and purchase one of the several different tiered campsites. Maybe you're bringing your own tent and that's sort of the lowest level. You can upgrade to one of our more luxurious tents that are provided there for you with full beds, kind of a glamping type experience, or go all out, super VIP, and rent an RV on that campground for the weekend. Or if it's more of a corporate client, buying admission into sort of a VIP pavilion where you can just sort of observe what's going on, but maybe not be kind of in the trenches in that campsite as much. Once we have that campsite established, outfitting it with things like cooling zones, different bonfire circles where fans of the Grateful Dead can congregate and share their past experiences with the concert. Certainly bringing in more modern amenities like charging stations, but making sure that it kind of encapsulates that camp out experience like they maybe had 50 years ago, which is the last time that they've done a concert together, and kind of upgrading it to the modern day for this great Chicago occasion.
Right. And something that's very important for Grateful Dead fans is food. So munchies, I don't know if you guys have heard of that. Food trucks, we're going to have different themed food trucks. We talked about the best of the munchies, so different, think peanut butter and fluff. Who mentioned peanut butter and fluff earlier as one of their favorite as a kid? Also, one of our more breakthrough ideas that we don't know if it's legal was our weed pairing. So that was a joke. Let's take that off the camera.
This year.
It is legal in Colorado. But we also talked about doing like a hookah VIP lounge, different things like that, addressing these type of fans. Also, technology will be very important. Has anyone heard of Burning Man community? So Burning Man, has anyone been to it? Yeah, so it's a huge deal. It's a whole community and village that's built in the middle of the desert, and basically you don't use money there, so we would like to use the Dead Fest app for paying for everything, and also all the technologies such as beacons, check-ins. Also, we would think about an Instagram contest. People love their Dead memorabilia, so taking a picture of your memorabilia, sending that in, and potentially winning backstage passes to the Dead show if they didn't have tickets before. We also talked about in this community Dead Fest having local bands such as Wilco, Billy Corgan, and others that have kind of a cult following either here in Chicago and around the country to provide the music scene in case they didn't get the big ticket to the concert. What did I miss? Ticket price?
Ticket price, obviously. So as we were saying before, kind of different tiers, hoping that most of that revenue will come in from corporate sponsors, but maybe it's $75 a day seems to be the magic number for that GA walkthrough, and then also paying for your campsite on top of that, and whether or not you were bringing your own materials or getting them through the web registration, kind of upcharging for those things along the way. And then kind of just capping off the experience by making sure that we're drawing people in with something commemorative happening every day. So like we were saying, having these big name artists come in and do cover songs of the Grateful Dead, but also trying to break a lot of world records while we're there. Things like having the world's greatest the world's largest Grateful Dead sing-along, or breaking the record for the world's biggest camp out, and really getting the PR maximization out of that and using that as a draw to drive attendance. That's it.
Great, thank you.
An expression that was used today was deep networking. So if you're looking for an opportunity where you're not necessarily just meeting and saying hello and exchanging business cards, this is really an opportunity to sit and develop and learn how your colleagues and supplier partners and planners and clients really think.
This is a great opportunity for people to come and meet like-minded people in their industry, but more than that, it was a fun opportunity. It was a fun experience where we all got to share and create and design something very unique, and you know, you never know when these events will go into play. I recommend anybody who wants to have an opportunity to attend one of these, come meet some people, share your thought knowledge, your creative knowledge on event planning, and your ideas around things that could be great and cool for the future.
It's a wonderful experience in terms of meeting new people, schmoozing with new people, getting together, brainstorming, and coming up with a plan. And some of them are really, really good.
I love to see people get engaged and be thoughtful about all of their events, and the Plan-A-Thon really helps people do that.
Do you realize what's interesting is that none of the content that we had today was planned? It was all done in the last 30 minutes, and it was pretty remarkable. I'm very inspired by hearing everybody. The ideas are all open source. Hopefully tomorrow you can take some of these ideas, learn some new things, and most importantly, the tables that you're sitting at, make sure that you're exchanging email addresses, because this is called really deep networking. You go to a cocktail party, you don't know who the hell you're talking to. You're working with these people, and so new friendships form out of these things, new groups form out of these things, entire agencies can form out of these things.
An expression that was used today was deep networking. So if you're looking for an opportunity where you're not necessarily just meeting and saying hello and exchanging business cards, this is really an opportunity to sit and develop and learn how your colleagues and supplier partners and planners and clients really think.
This is a great opportunity for people to come and meet like-minded people in their industry, but more than that, it was a fun opportunity. It was a fun experience.
It's a wonderful experience in terms of meeting new people, schmoozing with new people, getting together, brainstorming, and coming up with a plan. And some of them are really, really good.
I really love to see people get engaged and be thoughtful about all of their events, and the Plan-A-Thon really helps people do that.